Welcome to the Love and Luck podcast show. We're back. We're going to have a couple of nice little topics for y'all, you know what I'm saying? We finna get ready to switch locations up too because Eaton and Zumba are switching up moves or whatever, so we're going to probably be switching next time y'all see us. We may be here, we may be there, but just know that we everywhere. You dig what I'm talking about?
Everywhere.
Hello. So, but check. So today we got some interesting topics today. We got one talking about is family. Yeah, we're gonna dive into that in a minute, but first, I just want to get this off my chest real quick before
What you got
before
for
we
him,
get
man?
into it.
What you got for him?
How about those boys, the Cowboys? I know it's gonna be a lot of silent people out there not saying anything about this because it was literally a blowout, 40 to a donut. Yeah, the Giants got a donut, and them boys came out victorious, 40-0. Now, I know it's going to be a lot of sports jumping off. Football season officially started. It's going to be a lot of shit talking, and you're going to hear a lot of it from me for motherfucking show, especially due to all the haters that talked a lot of that shit last year. I'm here this year. I got a lot of shit to talk to you, and I'm going to give it to you face to face if you want it. And we can put the money on it. $, love, stack, cash app, whenever y'all ready to get to it. All right. You got anything you want to get off your chest this morning before we dive into the show?
Shit, I ain't watched no sports since Kobe, man, and just shit the tenacity that players used to play with back in the day. I got tired of all the whistles and all of those type of shit.
Man, you in shape. You look like you play football, man. You supposed to be watching football, man.
Nah. I'm supposed to, them niggas already multi-millionaires, man. I'm trying to be a multi-millionaire myself, so I ain't got time to watch them niggas. But yeah, I mean, I feel you though. Yeah, I mean, it's entertaining. I go to a game though. I go to a game and shit for sure. But yeah, I mean,
I was trying to predict who gonna delete your playoffs or anything, but
right.
ain't watching no sports, man.
Yeah.
So we're gonna jump off into the family.
Right.
It's family. What? Let me let you go and set that off, Mr. Luciano.
Oh, okay.
Luciano.
Oh yeah, for sure.
What you feel is about this? It's family.
Well, shit, when it boils down to family, man, I think family ain't motherfucking family no more. Family used to be, like, when I was growing up, man, me and my family, we were so tight-knit, it was a beautiful thing. I felt I felt like my family was my safety net, and I felt like we was more on one accord and we was all of one mind. But I understand now that, due to a lot of us, going our own separate ways, getting with other people that got other mindsets, that all boils down to, what made family, separate and basically not be united anymore. Selfishness, competition, greed, bullshit, jealousy, you know what I mean?
All of it.
All that old type of shit.
Yes,
so
sir.
families, So families ain't families no more, man. I remember back in the day, when I was, But nah, go. What you got to say about that though?
I mean, I definitely agree with you, man. It's not good because my family, everyone used to come to my mother's house. We did Christmas.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving.
Okay.
New Year's. We did pretty much everything. If it was somebody's birthday.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody form up at the house and everybody was tight.
For
you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about even all your cousins, aunties, everybody was tight. But
most definitely.
Now, you know, I understand some of the stuff that, you know, like certain people have maybe migrated somewhere else. They might have moved out of
For
town.
sure. Right,
And,
right.
You got some people that just, everybody's working.
Uh-huh.
They may have created their own little family
For sure.
or whatever, but it just ain't the same, man. You know what I'm saying?
For
As far
sure,
as I
for
see
sure.
it, as
Most
far as
definitely.
like what you were saying, as far as all the envy and competition, and I see that a lot too. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? You
most
got a
definitely.
lot of, like in my family, it's like even like our young folks, it's like, you know, we got like shit. All of my cousins, man, we don't see each other like that, but
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Yeah, it's just different, man. You know,
It is, it is,
you don't
it
see
is.
none of them, you don't talk to them, and then a lot of my people right here in town.
Right, right.
So you be like, woo, you don't even see these cats.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I know growing up, man, I thank God for my family because, like I said, my mother and my father, they was both on drugs.
Mm-hmm.
And being that, man, if I had, I had places to go and
Right,
people that would take care of me, so I was never, involved in the system and shit.
right,
And I appreciated my family for that, man. But ultimately, it got to the point to where, I felt like I was gonna be the savior for my family. You know what I mean? At one
right.
point in time. You know what I mean? Back in the days when I used to have all my cousins with me and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm riding around going in and out of state.
That's
And,
how it was.
you know what I
Yeah, your
mean?
cousins and shit was with you.
For
You
sure,
know,
for sure,
you
for
was
sure.
tight like that.
Most definitely, most definitely. Even cats that I considered to be, family that I grew up with.
Right.
Because ultimately I felt like, I was trying to be on some big meats type shit.
Yeah.
You feel me? You know what I mean? I was trying to be on some like big meats type shit. You know what I mean? I felt that I had been to several states, selling weed. You know what I mean? And
Right.
I had set everything up for everybody to the point to where, you know, it was like, okay. And then I had got to the point, it was like, okay, well, what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna go ahead and give this cousin this city, give this cousin this city, give this cousin this city, and then I'm gonna give them all my plugs. You feel me?
Right.
You know what I mean? And it just didn't happen like that because niggas all had their own agenda, and I felt like
Agreed.
correct. It was either greed or niggas was with certain women and they was chasing after their women and shit. It's
Oh,
like
yeah, that was-
yeah, man. Niggas used to call their girlfriend used to call them, and we be out of town and they be like, oh man, yeah, it was like, man, old girl, she talking about she gonna fuck somebody, man. I gotta go home.
Oh no, he was a tender.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm like, man, check this out, man.
You gonna get money or what?
I said, man, we
you
out
gonna get
here.
a bunch of new ones.
Yeah,
nigga.
yeah, for sure, for sure, for
She
sure.
get
You
to
know what I mean?
fucking somebody, she gonna get some new ones.
Most
right?
definitely. And we go in 9 times out of 10, she probably wasn't gonna fuck nobody. And if she was, she'd fuck it anyway.
Yeah, she wasn't
I'm
yours
going to
anyway.
correct.
You
I'm
did
about to go, I'm gonna get my bread and I'm gonna do what's necessary in order to, propel myself, so we'll all have, so not just I'll have what I need.
Right.
My children will have what they need. You know what I mean? When my parents get older, you know what I mean, I can take care of them properly. And that was pretty much my dream for me and my family, man. And I went about it the way I knew how to do it.
Right.
You feel me? But niggas wanted to shine more than me. I've never been that type of cat, man. I've never been the type of cat that wanted to like outshine niggas and
shit,
buying,
yeah.
big nice watches and
I just do
man.
me.
Oh yeah. I already know that about you, love. You know what I mean? That's yeah. That's so that don't even gotta be said. But you know,
Right.
I mean, we me and you, we got, different kinds of styles, but you
Right,
ain't no nigga that's on, you like nice shit, but you ain't on that. And I do too, in my own, we both like nice shit in our own way.
Right.
You feel me? But you ain't never been on no, trying to impress the next
Nah,
nigga
I
type
ain't
of
in
shit.
competition with nobody.
Yeah,
I can tell you that now.
For sure. So my thing is, when it comes to family, man, and even nowadays, it's like, when it comes to family, man, I just seen so much strife and so much bullshit. It's just, I don't know, man. Families just ain't families no more.
No, it's just like I say, man, everybody going their separate ways, but everybody ain't cut the same either.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
Because like my immediate family, which is when I say that, I mean like my mom, my brothers, in the household.
Yeah.
Our immediate family is cut way different than my other family.
Same thing with me and my sister.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
we
for
all
sure.
got a certain hustle in us, or we
Right.
built a certain type of way.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? My brother Nutty, he ain't, you know, he got that in him too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But he just don't know how to utilize it or turn it on or something. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? He can't get right. We call him Mr. Can't Get Right.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? He just can't get it right.
Yeah, well, soon when I met Nutty, I said, oh yeah, I mean, I know y'all call that nigga Nutty,
Yeah, he just can't get it right for whatever reason. But
that's my nigga though. That's my nigga though.
But
Yeah,
it's
for
in
sure.
him. That's crazy.
No doubt. Right,
it's
right.
in him.
Right.
But he just can't somehow pull it out.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure. Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, the streets ain't for everybody. You know what I'm saying? When we was young dudes, I remember, you know, cause I come up with them streets, you know what I'm saying? So my second family was the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it was like, shit, them dudes treated me better than my family.
For sure.
That's crazy right there.
Right, right.
I had the homies treat me better than the family did.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I can call them. Like I can call you. I can call
Yeah,
you. Wow, Luke, come get me.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I can call, you know, my rest in peace homies that ain't here no more. I miss them niggas dearly, man. I could call them niggas any time of the night. Come get. I bet I can't call a family member to come get.
Right.
Except my cousin Dave. I got a cousin named, you know, Day One. My cousin Day One.
Yeah.
My cousin Day One. Now when he moved here, he kind of got up under my umbrella.
Yeah, for sure.
So I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what I put in them, but
yeah,
I think I put something in them, you know what I'm saying, to make them have a certain aura about, you know what I'm saying,
Most
about
definitely.
how to be like us.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because when you family, you family. You know what I'm saying? I can call that nigga now.
Right.
And he gonna probably get up and do what he gotta do. You know what I'm saying? But
sure.
I can't call nobody else. You know what I'm saying? Even my own brother Nutty. You know what I'm saying? I can't call that nigga else, and that nigga be like,
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's
you
crazy.
know what I'm
That's
saying?
crazy. Yeah.
And that's what family is for.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Family for that. And you know, but you know, and we can do better. We can do better. You know, like me, I can do better being like a better dad. You know what I'm saying? But I move around so much. Yeah. We work so much, trying to provide.
Yeah.
When you working and trying to provide, you know what I'm saying? So that kind of can mess with the family too. You know what I'm saying? Because you want to be able to provide, then you got to time. So time, provide, you know what I'm saying? All that is part of that too. Because so people working, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody got different schedules.
Most definitely.
So I can say that, but you can still make that time still to at least put in a call or something. You
For
can
sure.
put in a call, and you can pull up to some of the functions or whatever. Right. And do it like that, but shit, like you say, everybody ain't on that. They like, fuck that. They do what they do. Yeah. We do what we do. For sure. So that's just how I see it anyway, you know. So I'm like, shit, everybody do what they do. Yeah. Well, we do what we do.
For sure. You know, I think, you know, when like you said, when it comes down to family, you know, as far as you being a man and moving around, man, I don't never think a man should never apologize for moving around and making shit happen. Oh, yeah. You feel me? You know what I mean? Yeah. That's just my opinion. Because I think that, you know, like I said, back in the day, you know, men used to go from, men went on boats, you know what I mean? Right. On boats. They went to wars. They did whatever in the fuck they had to do, and they man up. And, you know, the thing about it was the women took care at home, man. You know, that was the place, you know what I mean? That was pretty much something that was just, you know what I mean? It was just something unsaid. You know, and the thing is there was more of a foundation back then. You feel me? Right. Because the thing is even though the father was gone, still, you know what I mean, everybody still followed, you know what I mean, they still followed him and how he went about doing things. Right. So even though he wasn't there and his presence he wasn't there, you know what I mean, physically, his presence was still there. Oh, absolutely. You feel me? Yeah. But when you know what I mean, but when you with a woman and you guys are at odds, you feel me? You know what I mean? Right. And she's, you know, trying to tell you how you should be and how you should do things and so on and so forth. And you trying to make it to a point to where, you know, nobody needs nothing, you know, and everybody is straight. Right. You know, but at the same time, she's trying to tell you because her friends, you know, some women, you know, is in her ear, or her mama is in her ear, or whoever else is in her, you know what I mean? Or she watching something on TV, and this is her telling her how a man is supposed to be. then
Right.
basically that's what tears down that, you know what I mean?
Family dynamic.
Correct.
Yeah, so I messed shit up.
Correct,
Yeah.
correct. So, man, I think, you know, it all starts with a firm foundation, man. And a lot of people just don't have that no more. You feel me?
Right.
You know what I mean? And I think it all starts with that. It starts with the man and the woman.
And you know what's crazy? When you say like the dynamic, because even like I said, my second family is my friends. Now even these motherfuckers find a day
Yeah,
in a time
yeah,
to all us come together.
for sure, for sure.
And it's just for one day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We all form together for one day,
Right,
throw a little barbecue, put some meat on the grill,
for sure.
and everybody show up.
Right,
And we have a good time for that day in the family.
right.
You can't get these motherfuckers pull up to nothing. You know what I'm saying? You may
Right.
get, I get, you know, a couple of my cousins come through from time to time, you know what I'm saying? But you can see that with the niggas that ain't your blood
Right.
versus your blood.
For sure, for
You
sure.
know what I'm saying? So
Right.
that's wild to me.
Yeah.
That's wild to me.
Yeah, I feel you, man. I don't have.
That's crazy to me.
Yeah, to me myself, I don't have many friends, man. Not motherfuckers that I fuck with. You
Right.
feel me? I'm more of a loner type of dude.
Right.
You know what I mean? I got you. You know what I mean? I got I got my cousin out in LA that I fuck with him, you know what I mean? You know, and this other cat in LA, man, you know, being that, you know, I was constantly back and forth.
Right.
But for the most part, man, I don't have cats that I just fuck with like
Right.
that. You know what I mean? You know, just cats I can call up and say, and to be honest, you know, I think I prefer it that way.
I was gonna say that's not a bad thing.
You know what I mean? I think I prefer it that way. I think cause most of the cats I hang with, you know what I mean, niggas is about their money. You know what I mean? They you know what I mean? The three cats I just mentioned, they're about their money and they, you know what I mean, and they're about getting it, and we can, you know what I mean, and we always talking about money or things pertaining to money. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
You know, and I could always call one of y'all, you know what I mean, and get some advice as far as, you know, and I believe that's what men are supposed to do. Men are supposed to converse about, you know, about things and
I
about
agree.
things in life.
I
You know, I can't even talk to a woman about, you know, the shit that I'm going through because she ain't gonna relate to it. She don't get it.
No, women, they mind is totally, you know what I'm saying? They mind is just not like ours.
For sure,
period.
for
I'm
sure,
sorry.
most definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
No disrespect to you women, but your mind just don't work like no man.
Yeah, and we ain't got to be apologetic for you, man.
Unless you're a girl that got a lot of hustle about yourself and you built some type of way.
Yeah, that's rare, no motherfucker.
And that's rare.
That's hella rare.
Because I had a chick, she had told me she watched our show, and she said she watched the show, the relationship with a working person versus a working person.
Yeah.
And in her case, she was the hustling person,
For sure.
and the man was the working person.
Okay.
So it was totally switched.
Right, for sure.
So she the one that had to be moving around and making moves and have, you know, meeting with people and all this type of shit. And her man was, I guess, complaining and shit. And you know how females do what the niggas do, you know what I'm saying? So it was totally reversed.
For sure.
So I was like, shit. So you rarely get some shit like that.
Yeah, for sure.
I
mean, I've definitely seen it, you know, but, you know, I think, you know, when it boils down to, you know, the type of cats we is, man, I think if we did get a woman that's, you know, out doing her thing like that, you know, I think we have an understanding that, you know, a lot of men don't have. You feel me? So the thing is, you know, it's like, if I met you on them terms and I know you doing your thing as a female, you know, it's like, shit, baby, go ahead and do your thing. You know, just when you come back here with some respect. You feel me? You know what I mean?
Right there on that shit. Oh, my bad.
For sure. And then I don't think it's a woman that could outdo me anyways. Cause if I see a woman doing something and say if I'm dead and I'm flat out on my ass, you know what I mean? I'm gonna do something to where, you know, I'm gonna be like, baby, well, give me some of that money, you know what I mean, and go ahead and let me invest and do something and make something happen.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And then basically I'm gonna make sure that I supersede whatever she's doing. You know what I mean? That's just off top. I'm not gonna sit there and keep watching her go out every day. And then after a while, she gonna be like, damn, this nigga, you know what I mean? Okay, baby, you know what I mean? Huh?
Lame. They gonna look at you as a lame.
Right. But shit, you know what I mean? I guess that's a lot of shit that goes on nowadays. I just never understood it. Yeah, if I go out with Oprah and she got, you know, Yeah, if I got with Oprah, I say, Oprah, give me a couple million, you know what I mean, 100, you know what I mean? And then next thing you know, shit, you know what I mean, I'm gonna go out there and make a lot of moves, shit, you know what I mean?
Right, that's only
Shit.
right.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
shit, I ain't gonna sit there and look at how much Oprah, how much motherfucking money Oprah making. You feel me?
Nah, I gotta be doing my own thing.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
I got to do it, you know. I can't just sit around and just watch it. No,
Oh man, can't do it, can't do it,
can't
you
do
know.
it.
But yeah,
What I was about to say. But yeah, you know, cause like you were saying, like your family, you was trying to make everything happen for it. Cause my family could have been like that.
right,
Like
right.
like a big meat and all that shit.
For
But
sure.
everybody ain't cut like
Everybody
that.
ain't cut like that.
You know, I had like even back in the day, I used to laugh at this shit, you know, cause you know we was all in the streets, you know what I'm saying? You know, I know you know who street niggas is, and I know who ain't street cats.
Right,
you know
right.
What I'm saying? Like back in the day, even when I went to Rancho High School, you know, I used to look at all these dudes. It was dudes that went to our school,
Right.
and when they was in our school, they wasn't representing what they was representing.
For
You
sure.
know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
But then as I seen them as we got down a little older and out of school, then I see them representing something that they ain't supposed to be. I'm like, shit, you wasn't representing that back in high school.
For sure, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, well, yeah.
What's going on with that? But anyway, so I'll be like, see some of my family members do that shit too.
Right.
Like, man, come on, man. You know you ain't part of that type of shit, man.
Right, right.
You ain't built like that. There's only certain people that's in the family.
Right.
I got cousins some cousins that's about it, and I
Yeah.
got people that ain't about it, that type of shit at all.
Oh man.
But
Don't even get me started on that shit.
Yeah, but they're upfront about it.
Don't
you
get
know
me
what I'm saying?
started
They
on
like, I'm from here, And I be like, man, I go over there and ask them niggas about you. They
Right.
so, cause I can go over there.
Right.
You know, I'm from the streets for real.
For sure.
So I go over there. You know, my woo-to-wah. They be like, nah, I don't know him.
Yeah.
I know your brother though.
Yeah, for
You
sure.
know what I'm
For sure.
saying?
Yeah.
So it be shit like that. Or
Right.
when I was in prison.
Yeah.
You know my cousin there?
Yeah.
Nah, I don't know him. Oh, your cousin. Oh, yeah. They used to hang with your brother.
Right, right.
Type shit.
For
so
sure.
I be like, okay. Shit,
Yeah.
well.
Oh shit on that
Cut
topic.
that shit out. Yeah, them niggas be claiming some shit that you know what I'm saying? Just stick with your family.
Oh man. Hey, as far as that's concerned, man, I think when it boils down to it, you know, everybody just wants to be a part of something.
Right.
You know, and my thing is like I said, man, I'm not I'm not the type of person that feel like I have to be a part of something because I feel like I'm a part of myself. You
Absolutely.
know, but
yeah.
you know, but I am the type of person that basically, if I feel like, you know, something, you know, I always said that in the hood there's three types of niggas. You know what I mean? There's I would say there's the 1%er. The 1%er in the hood, you know what I mean, is the nigga that, you know what I mean, he always loved the funk. You know what I mean? You know, he always trying to, you know what I mean, start some bullshit.
Always
He the
with it.
niggas that you hear, them was the gunners in the hood.
Right.
You feel me?
Name steady ringing.
For sure. You know what I mean? And then you got the niggas that you better not fuck with them at all. You better not fuck with them and their family. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or anything they love. I felt like I was that type of nigga to where, you know what I mean, you better not fuck with me or my family or anybody
family,
I love,
exactly,
then, you know what I mean, then I'm gonna turn into that 1%er on your motherfucking ass.
Right.
You feel me? You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Right. But
Real
then you
shit.
got the niggas down there that, you know what I mean, I would say, and you know, the niggas that you don't fuck with their family and shit, I would say they're probably about another 8 to 9%. You know what I mean? But 90% of the niggas that's in the hood, you know what I mean, is full of this.
Oh, yeah.
Full of that. You know what I mean?
They ain't gonna move without the rest.
Oh yeah, and a lot of times they ain't gonna move, man.
Yeah,
You know,
they
I
need
done
the
been in
rest.
situations, you know, with family and certain things, man. When it boiled down to it, you know, my family was in, you know what I mean, man. I don't even want to get into that shit because it's a whole bunch of, you know what I mean.
Right.
You know, it's deep. You know what I mean. But you know, the thing is, you know, a lot of times, you know, I used to, you know, try to get my family together to do certain shit. You know, anytime, you know, when it boiled down to certain shit, and I'll be sitting there discussing shit, and me and one of my other cousins, we sitting there discussing shit. Next thing you know, the rest of them, they'll just ease off.
Right.
They'll just ease off real smooth, you know what I mean?
Right.
Next thing you know, they over there smoking or some shit, you know what I mean?
Right.
Or some old bullshit. I'm like, oh man, them niggas, you know what I mean?
That's what they own right
Yeah,
there.
for
Ain't
sure.
no hustlers. That,
You know, but
yeah.
you know, no hustlers, no
Get high, yeah.
no
Let's
hustlers,
get that
no
dope though, man.
yeah, the niggas wasn't no hustlers, no killers. I mean, but you know, when it boiled down to it, it's not about. I don't think it's about that. It's about, you know, being genuine to who
Be
you are.
yourself, shit.
Yeah,
As
being
far as I
genuine
see
to
it.
who you are. And I had, you know what I mean, and I had, you know, a cousin that was like, man, he was like, man, I'm not with that shit. Man, I respected
And I
that.
respect that.
I respect that to the fullest, man. If you ain't with it, man, won't just say that.
That's how my
Just
baby brother is.
yeah,
My baby
yeah.
brother ain't with none of
Man,
that
if
shit.
you tell me that you ain't
Shit.
with none of that, just let me know that, you know what I mean, that ain't your lane.
He ain't with
But if
none of that shit.
you running around here acting and parading and, you know, so on and so forth, and I think that's what it boiled down to when, you know, when I was trying to hustle and make things happen with my family. When they seen the money,
Right.
you know, it was all good. You
Right.
feel me?
Oh,
You
yeah.
know what I mean? And me, myself, I'm always looking at the bigger picture. You know what I mean? I don't never look at I'm not, you know, I got long range vision. You feel me? And a lot of motherfuckers nowadays, they just don't have that. So it's hard to work and operate with people nowadays, just period, because everybody wants everything now. So when you're dealing with, you know what I mean, you're trying to build up things with family, you know what I mean, you know, they're more concerned about the here and now and, you know,
Right.
trying to look good for people and trying to, you know, and then, you know, everybody wants to be the victim.
They don't
You
be
know,
a victim.
everybody
Yeah.
wants to be the victim instead of saying, okay, yeah, I mean, I was the motherfucker that, you know, did some wrong shit. It wasn't, you know what I mean? And basically let me rectify it. You know,
A lot of them ain't
a lot of
copping to
motherfuckers
it,
puffed
yeah.
up with pride nowadays.
Right,
You
yeah.
feel me? And that's what's fucked up about families is a lot of motherfuckers is puffed up with pride and they don't want to own up to the shit that, you know what I mean, that they've done. You feel me? You know, and then they want to be stuck on the past. You know, the past, man, leave that past shit alone. You know, I done seen some of my family members, you know what I mean, fighting and arguing over dumb shit. You know what I mean? And it's like, God damn, you know what I mean?
Let it go.
Yeah.
L.I.G.
Yeah,
it.
yeah, for sure. You know, like me for instance, man, you know, to be honest, man, like I've been in a situation to where, you know what I mean, I was in a past relationship and the person I was in a past relationship with, man, you know, this particular person wanted to do or has tried to do whatever they could to keep me at bay. You feel me?
Okay.
But at the same time, if you're trying to keep me at bay, what is that gonna do for, you know what I mean, especially if we got kids together? What is that gonna do for your children?
Ooh.
Especially if I'm a thriver, especially if I'm a nigga out here trying to make shit happen.
Right.
You ain't stopping me. You not stopping, you know what I mean, just me or trying to stop me. You're stopping them. And then what if we got grandkids? You stopping them as well.
Right,
You feel me?
right, yeah.
Because you know what I mean? Because I'm a striver. And there ain't nothing you can do to stop me.
Nah,
You know what I
you
mean?
ain't gonna stop a,
You might slow me
person.
down, but you won't stop me.
Yeah, because we motivated people.
Right,
You know
right.
what I'm saying? And we try to keep things moving the best we can. Like we say, we here to put food and money and shit out in the right places where it's
Man.
supposed to go. Shit.
For sure.
Motherfuckers is trying to live. It's rough out here.
Man, rough as a motherfucker.
You know what I'm saying? So the best bet is, and then your family, you're supposed to have your family supposed to have each other's back, but it ain't like that. You know what I'm saying? It's fucked up. Like I said, my second family is my homeboy.
Yeah, for sure. Most
You know what I'm
definitely.
saying? I see them niggas, or at least they call a nigga at least once a week.
Right. You say your homeboys do?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what's up. I'm
All of them, they be calling nigga at least once a week.
yeah, you know I'm horrible with the phone, man. I don't call no, you know what I mean? You know,
Pick up phone calls, you keep your friends.
You say what?
Pick up phone calls, you keep your friends.
I think when it boils down to it, man, you know, it's like
But you're straight though, because you don't fuck around with a lot of people.
correct. You know what I mean? And my thing is it's like, you know, if you my family and you know I love you, you know what I mean, you know I love you, that's just how I'm built. I don't know if, you know what I mean, I got something wired in me to where I just, you know what I mean, I just have a problem with picking up the phone. You feel me? And typically I'm always running around and going from here to there and
Gotta
you know what I
pick it
mean?
up sometime, man. God damn.
I do.
I'm finna say you gotta pick it up
I do.
sometime.
You know what I mean? Or I keep a, you know, I talk to, you know, maybe one or two of my cousins back at home, you know, just to stay tapped in.
Just to tap in.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just to tap in. But I come from a big family, man, on both sides. You feel me?
I see a lot of my people on Facebook and shit
Right,
like
right,
that,
right.
but
For sure.
that's about it.
Right.
I see them on there, you know what I'm saying?
Right, you know. But I think, you know, when it comes to families, man, I think, you know, the key is like you said, man, everybody ain't built the same. You know, and I think that, you know, when I think the Bible broke it down the best. You know, and I know, you know, a lot of times motherfuckers be like, this nigga always referring to the Bible, you damn skipper. You know what I mean? But, you know, I think, you know, the Bible said it would be a time to where when families wouldn't be families anymore. You know, and I think that we have reached that time. You feel me? You know what I mean? I think that, you know, also I think that, you know what I mean, that, you know, people as far as families are concerned, families are turning against each other. You know, even within the even within the household, which is horrible, man. You know, because I think we live in an age to where, you know what I mean, even older motherfuckers, they think it's about them. And it's not about your old motherfucking ass. You know what I mean? You're old, you getting fat, you got wrinkles and shit. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know, you got all this shit going on, but then at the same time, you got, you know what I mean, your kids, you know what I mean, growing up and they coming up. You know what I mean? It's mainly about them. You know, whatever I know I do, to be honest, I do it for, you know what I mean, with I do it with my lineage in mind. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I do it for, you know what I mean, I got a 6-year-old daughter, man. I understand I gotta do everything for her. And the reason why I had her is because, you know what I mean, I knew that my children, they gave me motivation. My older kids, they gave me motivation to be, they gave me that extra push I needed. You feel me? And now my 6-year-old, she gives me that extra push I need. You feel me? You know what I mean? And even my grandchildren, man, especially, you know, like I took my daughter to school, man, and school is different nowadays. You know what I mean? Like, basically, you know what I mean, her teacher, you know, he just, you know what I mean, he just seemed like he was, you know what I mean, a little feminine to me. You know what I mean? You know, and being that he seemed like he was a little feminine, you know, I was just concerned that basically he might, you know what I mean, eventually, you know, tell my, you know, bring a picture about with him and his, you know what I mean, him and his whatever you want to call it or whatever the case. And to be honest, you know, I mean, to keep it gangster, man, I don't believe in none of that. You feel me? I believe in man, woman, and child. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna stick firm to that. You know.
You might be safe on that one, but
What's
I
that?
feel what you're talking about, though. Ain't no reason for him to bring no pictures to school
Well,
none of that shit. But yeah.
Yeah. But this is the thing I do understand, man. When my kids was growing up, man, I believe that, you know,
I get you, though.
there were certain things that they believed in that I didn't believe in. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
You know, because of the system and the way the system is nowadays, and
Right.
because they're friends and so on and so forth. You know what I mean? My older kids are just starting to see. They like, dang, Dad, I see what you're talking about. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, they
You know,
shit,
all
you
this
can't help
shit
but
look
see
like
it. They in the mix.
Yeah, it seemed like this shit is being pushed on us. You
See?
feel me? They ain't got no problem with nobody, and I ain't got no problem with nobody either. But what I do got a problem with is shit being pushed on me and my children. You feel me?
See, my case is, my kids are grown,
Yeah.
except my youngest boy.
Right.
My youngest boy is autistic.
For
So
sure,
he's
for
special
sure.
needs. So him, shit, it's rough with him. You know what I'm saying? Because he requires a lot of attention.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he's nonverbal. So it's hard. It's be like, shit, we don't know what's going on in school. Or, you know, they, I guess, give out little shit. But, you know, some of the teachers, I think last year's teacher was better with communicating with the parents and all that type of shit. But yeah, but my son is nonverbal. You know, but he does everything regular kids do.
Right, most definitely.
But shit, so it's hard to teach him
Yeah.
and give him that game
Right.
like he's supposed to have it. Because if my son was a regular kid, god damn, he'd be too laced. He'd be probably too much laced up.
Yeah, I know he would.
He'd be too much laced up.
For sure,
You
for
know
sure.
what I'm saying? He'd be laced up more than his siblings is.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm
for
saying?
sure.
Because I'll make sure of
Right.
that. You know
Most
what I'm saying?
Most
Like
definitely.
my girls, like my daughter, she just like me. She don't fuck with nobody. She work. She take care of my grandkids.
Yeah.
That's just how she do it.
For sure.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
what's up.
But she on point with
Right.
how this world is for sure.
For
You
sure.
know what
For
I'm saying?
sure. You know, but I think, you know, when it boils down to family, man, it's like, you know, me, myself, I'm really in, you know, being that I've educated myself, man, I think I'm in the position, or I know I'm in the position to help my family out. You know what I mean? You know, as far as I think what's very important nowadays
Mm.
is basically that you build a family legacy. Very important. You know what I mean? Because there, you know what I mean? Because I don't give a fuck about what they say about conspiracy theories, man. Like, I consider them to be conspiracy truths. You know what I mean? You feel me? And I take that shit seriously, man. Nigga, like, I know, I've always figured, like, one of the theories that, we had to go through was it was the cocaine era.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And basically, once we, you know what I mean, once later on, it came out that the government, the DEA, was putting cocaine in the ghetto.
Oh yeah.
You feel me?
That's a known fact right there.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
So being that, man, it's like, they was doing that, and they was doing that amongst black people. You know what I mean? Back then, I knew. I said, man, when I had a son, I said, man, I have to get my son out of here, man.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? That was very important to me. I had to get my son out of the ghetto. For one, my last name is very well known where I'm from. So the police, they kept fucking with me. So as soon as I had him, you know what I mean? I already had a daughter, but once I had him, I said, oh yeah, you know what I mean? I got to do something, man. I got to get my son, you know what I mean? Because the thing is, and I knew once they locked me up, if I was locked up, I knew it was gonna be over with. You feel me? I didn't want to take the chance of me being locked up and then him, you know what I mean? And then him having to be out there and fend for himself.
Right.
You feel me? So when the opportunity came for me to move out here, man, as a father, man, I think that was one of the best moves. That was probably the best move I ever made in my life.
Yeah, that's my goal pretty much. My goal was to always have my kids away. That's why I always stayed away. Once I got out of North Las Vegas,
Yeah.
I was like, man, I don't need my kids to be around that.
For sure.
Because
For sure.
back in them days, it was just straight gang banging and shit. So, but when I got out to the Southwest where I stayed at, man, I was like, man, it's so peaceful.
Hey,
Man, it was. I'm telling you, it was like a
for sure.
relief, man.
Yeah. Well, me and you, we neighbors, man. We in the same, man. We in the, you know what I mean? We know how it go.
Man, it was like a breath of fresh air.
For sure.
I'm telling you, back in them days, shit, I was waiting. I don't know if you ever been in the field just waiting to get shot.
Oh, man.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's how it was. I'm telling you, it was like, shit, if I hit this corner, I don't know who gonna pull up and shoot a nigga.
For sure.
Or I'm gonna have to shoot me a motherfucker.
Right.
And it was times motherfuckers be seeing shit, I can be rolling.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be seeing nigga shit just look like another nigga shit. And I'll be
Right.
ready to blow, you know what I'm saying?
For
I'm
sure.
like, shit, okay, that ain't even that motherfucker.
Right,
you know
right.
what I'm saying?
For sure.
And there was a couple times them motherfuckers did pull up on the niggas.
Most definitely.
You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I just want to I want all my kids to be good. I want to be able to take care of everybody in my family, my
immediate family.
Exactly.
Sure. Most definitely.
Make sure they're in a place that's comfortable, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And away from the bullshit.
For sure.
So that's definitely goals to get for even cats out there that's got your kids out there in them gangs and running around and all that bullshit, you know what I'm saying? That shit played out.
It played out like
niggas getting killed, losing their lives and shit, man. Fuck that. That's why family is important too. You don't ever know when these motherfuckers when their time expire.
For sure.
When that time on that clock run out, you
Right,
know what I'm saying? So shit, that's why I try to stay tuned in to the ones, that fuck with me. Shit,
Most
it is what it is.
Most definitely. I know, also when it came to family, man, I think, like you said, everybody's not on the same page, man. And for me, I thought growing up, man, I thought everybody wanted out of the ghetto. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I thought that was my thought pattern. I thought that. I said, man, everybody wants out of this shit. You know what I mean? There's nobody that wants to be involved in this bullshit. You know what I mean? Because I was so bent on getting the fuck out. You feel me? But you know what I mean, the thing is, I come to understand that, you know what I mean, some people, you know what I mean, they just, you know what I mean, they don't mind being in that environment. You know what I mean?
I got niggas that ain't trying to go nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can counsel that shit.
Right. And for me it's like
they ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, and for me, man, it's like, even when I go back to San Bernardino, man, it actually gives me like you know what I mean, I have like, you know what I mean, it's like my PTSD, you know what I mean, rises up because I had to go back, you know what I mean, a few times when, you know what I mean, shit didn't work out for me and I had to go back. just to figure it out for a little while. And it was like, man, I just hated being, in the ghetto and having to look, look around and shit. And like I said, for a long time, my family was in some bullshit. You feel me?
Real.
You know what I mean? But even when I used to go out of, even when I used to go out of state, man, and make money, I used to go to like, certain different projects, and I used to look, I used to look side to side like this.
Right,
I used to be watching. But, when you go to other hoods, it ain't like that. Because, in California, niggas used to do drive-bys and shit.
Right.
You feel me? So I remember when the first time I went to East St. Louis, man, I was out there. And, nigga, my eyes is everywhere. But, in the Midwest and down south and back east, man, they, soon as it get hot, because they be, soon as the summer come, everybody come outside. Niggas put on their rims. You feel me? You know what I mean? Everybody outside, the kids playing. Nigga, I'm nervous as a motherfucker. I'm looking like this.
Cause you a new face too?
Yeah, for sure. I'm in the hood, and I'm fucking around with the niggas I know out there, but and I'm, I'm being brave, because shit, I'm trying to get the dough. You feel me? So I'm like, fuck it. I'm I'm out here. And this is what I do. But just not just because I'm a new face, but being the fact that, the whole California shit and what I was raised up under, man. But, when it comes to family, man, I don't know. I love my family, man.
Yeah, I love my family too.
Yeah, I love my family. I love y'all, but
I love y'all too.
Yeah,
but I don't think it's gonna ever go back to being the same.
Yeah, I don't think it is either. I don't think it is.
Only time they gonna come together if someone will probably check out or pass away.
Yeah, for
unfortunately.
Sure. Yeah.
But at the end of the day, love. And I got love for all y'all.
Yeah, for sure. And one thing I like to say too, man, it's when people blend, with different ideas and shit. Like I know for one, my grandmother, she had she was, she was a real stickler on things. She, we had foundation. You feel me?
That's
and when you blend them other families
yeah.
and other people's with other people's beliefs and different shit, and and other people start getting different beliefs, it's not the same no more. And that's why another thing in the Bible why God told his people not to fuck with other people. And not to mix with other, with other people and other, and other tribes. It's because of that.
Yeah. Well, that was that. We want to thank Ignis Umbra for letting us use this facility, even though this probably we're gonna be switching locations pretty soon. So we definitely gonna be still at y'all with some of this good game, good conversation for y'all to tap in with. And like I say, y'all want to shoot down there, have some fun, come down there, Lady Brandy's place. Shout out Times 10 Generation. And y'all want to check me out. I'm D-Love everything. D-Love Vegas and D-Love Stacks if y'all looking me up on the YouTubes and all that type of stuff. We got this here, the Love and Luck podcast jumping off. And you got anything else you want to add to this thing?
Oh, well, me, I want to say, you can reach me on all social media platforms at, Luck got fronted. First, my Mexican partner, he fronted me. Now the bank fronts me. You know what I mean? So therefore, long as I got all my shit in place and I put things the way, they supposed to go, got all my tools and so on and so forth, then basically, the bank gonna give me, some more money. You know, dig? And on top of that, you can reach me at capitalmovements.com. You know what I mean? And I'll go ahead and teach you how to structure your business properly. That way you can get the proper funding you need in order for your business to grow.
And on that note, zoom, that means go.
Peace out, and we get with you.